Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Queens Rise Up. You know how we do. This is Queen Rise Up Women Empowerment. What we do around here, we empower you, who that woman, which is you, to do what? To know her worth and her value. Queen, listen, when you get up in the morning, make the devil, M-A-D-D, devil mad that you are up this morning, and make sure you have your foot on the jugular of his neck. Get up and open your mouth and declare on what God says concerning you. Listen to me. Matter of fact, declare today. Today is the day that the Lord has made, and that you will rejoice and be glad in it. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care who did it. I don't care why they did it. I don't care when they do it. I don't even care if they do it again. Today is the day that the Lord has made. And you know what? Somebody said, I will rejoice and be glad in it. Come on, if you're joining me today for the first time, my name is Chantel C. Ross, and this is Queen Rise Up, where we do empower that woman to know her worth, because I believe that you teach her how to fish, she'll never go hungry again. Listen to me. You don't have to wait for nobody else to do what God already said. You have the power and the authority and the dominion to do. Can I say you don't have to wait on nobody else? He said, listen, you can lay your hands on yourself and recover. Don't start none, won't be none. I need you to get up this morning. Meet me here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to tell you this one thing I'm finding out with life. You just got to keep showing up. You wish. Keep showing up. Do you hear me? Because I'm telling you, when you get ready to increase, a lot of times there ain't nobody rolling with you. Let me help you today. Just keep showing up, because what God has in store for you. Good morning, Queen. It is for you. Whenever you're getting ready to increase, you let me, you know what? Let me try to mind my business this morning. Jackie, good to see you this morning, Queen. Listen, when God is getting ready to increase you, but while God is increasing you, moving you out of your comfort zone, he said, because much is given, much is required. And a lot of times when you're embarking on increase, God will take you outside your comfort zone. You'll start experiencing things you ain't never experienced before. You'll start going into spiritual places that you know what, Lord, what's going on up in here, when God begins to increase you, because now he's taking you out of the place that you've been most familiar with. He's taking you out of your comfort zone. He's taking you into places that you haven't seen before. And he says, listen, don't you fear, don't be afraid. I am with you. Be of good courage. I just want to encourage you this morning, because increase, there's come moments where like fear sometimes will grip you when you're getting ready to increase, and then you won't go. You will stop. No, don't retreat. Press forward, because God didn't give you the spirit of fear, but love and power, and that of a sound mind. I want to lock and load Luke 12 and 48. Before I lock and load, because I'm excited, Lord, because I'm going to tell you, Jackie, I heard it playing this day. I heard increase. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. So understand, when increase is coming and God is getting ready to enlarge your territory, don't get weary in well doing. Because in due season you shall reap. When you hear the word increase, and it sounds real good, God increased my territory. Y'all remember Jabez. But what comes with the increase? Are you willing to go through the process? Are you willing to take what comes? Ooh, are you willing to go through the fight? Come on, you really go to the next. Are you really ready to go to the next level of increase, of expanding your territory? But Luke 17 and 12, a lot of times we won't go because much is given, much is required. Can I help you? Can I have a sip this morning? Sometimes we won't go and do what we've been chosen, cause, purpose, or even desire to do, because we know that much is given, much is required. Have you ever had a dream, a plan, an idea, or something in life that you wanted to do, but you know what comes with it, so you decide, I don't want to do it, I'm not going, because too much is required? Queen, increase is going to require, much is given, much is required. That is chapter Luke. Just lock and load this morning. Luke 12 and 48. I'm going to go. It says, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes, and had been beaten a few stripes, for whomsoever which is given, of him shall much be required. To whom men have committed much, and of him they will ask more. So if you commit, listen to me, more is required. A lot of times we won't start, we won't go, we won't say, we won't do, because what's required. I remember they used to ask me, Jackie, Queen, matter of fact, it was Sister Ross, what did God tell you? And I'd be like, none of your business. Because once I tell you what he said, I am accountable, and then you gonna use me up. And so I was like, they're gonna use me. And sure enough, they go, Sister Ross, can you do this? And can you do this? And can you do this? Because much is given, much is required. A lot of times, Queen, I don't even like to tell who. Let me just walk in who I am instead of me trying to tell you who I am. Because if I tell you who I am, you're going to associate so many different things that come with, you know what? If I tell you that let me just do this, Jackie. If I told you I was a seamstress, instead of just wearing some bad clothes, let me just wear the clothes. Let me just wear the clothes and let them be tough, show enough, crafted, fashionable. Let me just wear them. But not telling you I'm a seamstress. Because once you tell them you a seamstress, oh, honey, the game changes. So sometimes we won't take the increase. We won't embrace the increase because of what comes with the increase. Now, my question to you this morning, are you willing to come out of your comfort zone? Are you willing to change those old patterns, ways of thinking to get to the next part of your destination, to get to that next base in your life? Are you willing to do what's required? Let me have a sip. Because it sounds good as long as we quote it. Lord, increase my territory. Lord, enlarge me. Give me, everywhere the soles of my feet tread, I will possess it. But he didn't tell you you're going to have to fight. Whatever the soles of my feet tread, I shall possess it. Sometimes there's giants in the land you're getting ready you stepped into. But are you willing to put in what's required to get what it is that God has already promised you? I need you to get up this morning. Let me lock and load some more. So make sure you go back to Luke 12:48. Much is given, much is required. And then we're going to go into some increased scriptures. I just want to just load your spirit up this morning with increase. Somebody say increase. And Lord, enlarge my territory. Listen, he says, in place, Isaiah 54:2. It says, enlarge the place of your tent and let the curtains of your habitations be stretched out. Do not hold back. Don't hold back. Lengthen your cords and strengthen your stakes. Let me say it again. Enlarge the place of your tent. Let the curtains of your habitations be stretched out. Somebody said, Lord, you getting ready to stretch us. Matter of fact, when Joshua and Caleb, they were getting ready to go over and take the land that's flowing with milk and honey, God was stretching their tent to cross over the Jordan. Stretch your tent. Stretch, stretch, stretch. He says, and don't hold back. Somebody said, Lord, don't hold back. Woo! Listen, lengthen your cord and strengthen your stakes. You know how a tent, and they give you the strings, and they let when you stretch the tent out of the bag or wherever it's being held or carried, and it has the stakes, the strings, and then the strings, you got to stretch the strings out and then put the stakes in the ground. I don't know what you want from God and what he has promised you, where he's taking you, what he has designed for you, what he desires for you. But let me tell you something, put your stakes in the ground and hold your position and let God stretch you. Do you hear me? And don't you be afraid of your stretch. Be of good courage. Listen, he said, I didn't give you the spirit of fear, but love, power, and that of a sound mind. And sometimes in the stretch, you're going to be misunderstood in your stretch. When you're crossing over your Jordans, everybody's not going to understand what are you doing? And what's misunderstood doesn't need to be explained. Where God is taking you, where he is positioning you, where he has called you to. Come on, some things he's going to move you away from. All people, places, and things. But your increase is going to require something on your behalf. Because a lot of times we get excited about increase. We be like, yay! But we don't. He didn't tell you your money was going to get funny. Come on, sometimes we get sick in body. Come on, man. Your job start acting funny. Your family start acting funny. Your friends start acting funny. Sometimes you got to keep going when nobody else shows up. Somebody say increase. And a lot of times, can I tell you, increase is painful? The reward is great, but the stretch hurts. Woo! Because now you're operating by faith and not by sight. Somebody say increase. Sometimes you got to go when nobody else. I always say just keep showing up. If their closed mouth will never get fed. Somebody say increase. What happens when you're about to embark on increase? Your level of spiritual warfare goes to a whole nother level. Woo! Have you ever getting ready? And a lot of times when you get ready to get into your breakthrough or your promise, that's where the most opposition is, because the enemy doesn't want you to get to your destination. He doesn't want you to fulfill the purpose of the assignment. He doesn't want you to open up your mouth and cry out loud. He doesn't want you to, listen to me, to go out and reach others. Oh, he don't. No. Mm-mm. He wants you to get a vision, keep it silent, and don't execute. Don't. Somebody say, wait a minute. My increase is coming. He says, listen, but don't be afraid. You can't be scared. He says, Psalms 115. He says, may the Lord give you increase and your children, and may you be blessed by the Lord whom have made heaven and earth. That's Psalms 115, 14 through 15. He says, may the Lord give you increase. Queens, I pray today that God will give you increase spiritually, increase mentally, increase physically, increase financially. Somebody say, Lord, give me my increase. Now, my question is, are you willing to put in what it takes to get your increase? Ooh. To get the results that you're looking for, are you willing to take the time, whether it's months, days, or years, to get what God has already destined and promised you? Are you willing to give up? Are you willing to sacrifice and give up that thing that's not good for you, that's not profitable, to you getting to that place of increase? I'm talking to you today. So, what is that thing you need to detach from? Come on. What is that thing that needs to be dealt with that's in your way of increase? Queens, this thing is up to you. Because to expand your territory and to stretch something. You guys know I work out every day, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do my weights. I am stretching. And let me tell you something. While I'm stretching, my muscles are being ripped, literally torn, teared. Oh, somebody said, "Oh, wait a minute." When I'm using these muscles, they're being torn, literally. Are you willing to go through the process that it needs to stretch you to that next place? Are you willing to come out of your comfort zone to get to the next part of your destiny? And this is real talk, Queen, because it's going to require something. You cannot stay in your comfort zone and get everything that God has destined and promised you. You cannot keep going to familiar places. Oh, so much I got to go outside my comfort zone. You're going to have to go outside your comfort zone, because a stretch means you're going to have to move. You're going to have to level up. You're going to need some tough skin. You can't be complaining all the time. Woo! Somebody say increase, 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 increase. And that's what I heard this morning when I woke up, was the word increase. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Now understand that increase comes with challenges. My last challenge, woo, listen, I don't know what your last challenge was, but I expect increase. I need you to get up this morning and shake the dust off and say, Lord, I expect increase. Get up this morning. Shake the dust off. It's a new day. It's your fresh start. It is your new beginning. But you got to listen. Are you willing to put in what's required for your increase? So when things start getting shaky, a little bit rattled in your life, don't count it a loss. Say, Lord, what is the increase? What's in store? Lord, what are you preparing me for? Where are you getting ready to take me? How does this goes with what you've already chosen and destined you to be? Somebody said, oh, what comes with increase? Are you willing to take what comes? Are you willing to move by faith and not by sight? Y'all know my boy Jay Bass. I'm gonna go back. I've been talking a lot about Joshua and his preparation and crossing the Jordan and possessing and taking the land from the enemy and taking that joker and dividing it with his family. Increase came to his family, not just to Joshua, but it came to his family. God says, may he increase you and your children and your children's children. Come on, an inheritance. I need you to get up this morning. Are you willing to do what it takes to get what rightfully belongs to you? Are you willing to step into uncharted, uncomfortable territories? Are you willing to come on, open doors that God said, listen to me, let's walk through doors that God rightfully says belongs to you? I'm talking to you. Are you willing to take your mind back? Come on. Have you ever had to snatch your mind back and you had to go into certain spiritual territories? Yeah, we're going to start now. Somebody say increase. Say, I want everything that God has in store for me. And that you are willing to do whatever it takes to get it. I need you to get up this morning. Somebody say increase, but you got to know what's required, what comes with increase. And I want you to be encouraged. Matter of fact, he said, listen, Moses told Joshua, he said, Joshua, listen to me, be of a good courage. Listen, come on, be strong. I need you to get up, Queens, be strong and of a good courage. Because what God has for you, it is for you. But remember, there's some giants in the land that you're going to have to subdue. I need to understand that the victory belongs to you. The battle does not belong to you. It belongs to God. The weapons of your warfare, that of mass destruction, not that of a carnal state. I need you to get up this morning, Queens. I'm talking about increase. And can God trust you with the increase? Good morning, Queen. Can he trust you with the increase? Can he, listen to me, can he hold you faithful to the increase? Can you humble with the increase and what comes with it? Man, do you know what increase? There's obedience, there's sacrifice. Listen, there's anointing. Let me have a sip this morning. Somebody say, increase me and enlarge my territory. All right, Queen, listen to me, real talk. He said, enlarge your territory and stretch and when he stretches your tent, make sure you got your stakes in the ground tight. So when the wind blows and things get shaky, you don't get out of your righteous position in the kingdom. Because the inheritance, what God has in store for you, has already been set before you was even in your mother's womb. I need you to get up this morning. Before you was in your mother's womb, it was already set. Somebody said, my increase. Think about it. If you look right now at the increases that God has made in your life, whether it was mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, financial, what came before it? What broke loose? Woo! Listen, you gotta be. Whew. I know that's some. You know what? I'm having flashbacks. Wait a minute. What came before the increase? The fight, the issues, the disappointments. Sip. But God was really just stretching your tent. Because what he has in store for you was already in place before the issues of life, the tragedies. He said, before you was in your mother's womb, I have already destined. I have already set you apart. I need you to get up this morning and get ready for your increase. Somebody say, increase me indeed. But did you feel the pressure that comes with the increase? You feel the pressure? Woo! Listen, you feel the pressure. What they say, can you stand? Can you stand the pressure? Can you take what comes with increase? I need you to get up. And you're rising up from the inside out, not from the outside in. He that is in you is greater than he that is in this world. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. I need you to get up this morning. Somebody said, Lord, increase. Can he find you faithful? And faithful doesn't mean that you won't have a bad day. Do you know how to get back up, brush your knees off, and start again? Because increase, woo, requires something. And we don't always get it right the first time, the second time, sometimes the third time. But when you know that God is up to something, good morning, Queen. When you know that God is up to something, you will get up and stay in the race. You will get up and brush your knees off, and keep it moving when you understand. Come on, Queen. Because increase requires something. Commitment, sacrifice, obedience. Woo! Listen, going when nobody else won't go, but you. Somebody say, Lord. I was saying earlier how I do my weights every day, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But what's happening is my muscles getting stronger, but it's also they're stretching and the muscle is being torn. Oh, have your muscle ever been torn? Come on, have your muscle ever been torn? God trying to build up your faith, take you to new levels and new ranks, new dimensions, and then he stretch you. And sometimes we can't handle the stretch, but he's trying to tell you, you got this. You can do this. You can do all things through me. Woo! That you're the head and not the tail. You're above and not beneath. Come on, stretch me indeed. Where I got for you this inheritance, I need you to get it. Somebody say the increase. Or sometimes we run when the increase comes. Have you ever had to go into a territory and take back something that rightfully belongs to you? You know what God said concerning you, but everything that you're facing look like it's going in opposite of what God said. That's when you got to learn how to gird up your loins, fasten the belt of truth, put on the breastplate of righteousness, man, the helmet of salvation. Don't start none, won't be none this morning. I said increase. And are you willing to take what comes with it? Because much is given, much is required. Somebody said, what comes with increase? I've been talking about, we know Jabez enlarged my territory. But I've been really stuck in Joshua. Because it's not just crossing over. It's also possessing. Let me have a sip. Let me help you. I'll give you a prime example of crossing over. We'll go to church and we experience our manifestations of what the presence of God and what he's doing. But what do you do when you leave there? Do you go conquer the land? Because at that moment, we've crossed over. But are you possessing? Are you possessing what he says? Are you doing what he said that you can do? I want everything that God rightfully says belong to me. I am in the middle of a process, and I'll have to share it when it's over. Because one thing I'm finding out, once you put your hand in the plow, or once you decide that you are going to get what God rightfully promised to you, can I tell you something? You're going to have to up your game. You're going to have to up. You ain't going to just talk about, I'm going to take it and sit back. No, once you get in and get ready to rumble, you got to make sure you're willing to put in what is required. Because much is given. Luke chapter 12, much is given. Much is required. So don't be afraid of your increase. Don't let the process punk you off. We are in our last days, queens. We are in our last days. Nothing on earth goes with us. So whatever that thing is that God has given you, He has whispered to your heart. Marsha, I receive it. The increase. We are truly, we don't take one gift with you. Use your gifts. Use your talents. Do what God has always said He has given you the authority and the dominion to do. What you've been holding off on. The increase. And increase is spiritual, increase is mental, increase is physical, increase is financial. I'm talking about getting me I want my increase. Wisdom, wisdom, increase, strategy, increase, discernment, increase, sound mind, increase, physical abilities, increase, and financial increase. Guys, know that I love you. Be blessed. I pray for your increase. Take the meat and leave the bones. Make sure you lock and load today, Luke 12:48. Just go back and lock and load it for yourself. Isaiah 54:2, Psalms 115, starting at verse 14. Guys, know that I love you. Be blessed. I'm getting ready to go do 30 minutes of self-love. I'm getting ready to go work it out. You are welcome to join me. I will post here. I'm doing 30 minutes on TikTok, YouTube, and right here on Queen Rise Up. Because after we come get it, God increase us spiritually. We get something. God bless you, Queen. We walk away with something spiritually. Let's go work on our physical. Let's do the total, man. So let's go work on our natural while we're still being built up in our spiritual. I'm gonna say, Queen, rise up. Don't start nothing. Listen to me. Know that I love you. Be blessed. I will post everything that we need. Guys, and make sure you hit the links. Go get your membership so you can take care of yourself. Make sure you got all your supplements, your vitamins, man, your magnesium. Grab your membership with Live Good. You have any questions, email me at Queen Rise Up. Take care of yourself. Get your magnesium. Get your fruits. Get your vegetables, organic, super red, super greens. Take care of you. I am telling you, increase is going to require you to take care of yourself on another level. I promise you, the whole complete man. The whole man. So you got to take care of the complete man. Yes, there is, Queen. Yes, Marsha. Yes, I'm Queen. Yes, there is room, and there is no. As long as you let me know, that's all required. That's it. That's all you need. Yes, ma'am. There is room. Woo! Bring it on in, Queen. I'll put you on the roster. I think we might have two more. You might be the last one. I got one more to commit. But come on in, Queen. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see something here. Hold on. Let's do something, Queen. I'm a mess. Don't stop nothing. I can do what I want to do. This is Queen Raza. Um, you are so welcome. Boom. You're welcome. Guys, I'll see you in a few minutes. Right back here for 30 minutes of self-love. Let's go walk it out and take care of yourself while God is stretching your territory. While he's stretching your territory. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Do you hear me? If you don't have your membership with Live Good, let me know. I'll send you the link so you can get started. Guys, I'll see you soon. Let me get ready and walk it out. Know that I love you. 30 minutes of self-love coming up next. Know that I love you. Be blessed. I got you on the list, Queen. Thank you.